60,000, you will get extra 1%. So you see, most studies very strange. And here's the risk to most Singaporeans, because we contribute the most when you work in the world at 35%, and yet at retirement, most of the studies show that the replacement ratio of income for Singaporeans is one of the lowest in the world, only about 10%. We're almost at the same level as the Indonesians. So you say, very strange, right? Why we contribute the most, and yet when we retire, we have the least money? Two problems. One, most of the money has gone into your HDB flat. Second problem, the interest rate on your CPF is extremely low. So you have no choice. You have to make your CPF work harder. But of course, recent changes has made it harder because the first 20,000 of your ordinary account cannot be invested anymore. The first 40,000 of your special account also cannot be invested anymore. So for you who are young, you have to wait, wait until you cross 60,000 before you can invest anything. I just turned 55 last year. How much did I have in my CPF when I retired? Almost zero. Why? I invested all my money. Reason? I think I can do better than 2.5 or 4%, right? So I invest all my money. As long as my money grows more than the rate that I'm getting, right? I don't run the risk, right, of running out of money when I need it or when I retire. So the biggest risk actually in Singapore today is that your money is growing at a rate that hardly catches up to inflation. The other big risk is most of your money gets sucked into your HDB flat. So that when you retire, you have a flat, but you have no money. So what's the solution? You have to downgrade, right? Try downgrading from a 5-room to 4-room flat. How much money you get the difference? 100 over 1,000. You work all your life just to get 100 over 1,000. Try downgrading from a 4-room to 3-room flat. No matter what you downgrade to, if the prices are all going up, the differential that you can monetize by downgrading is very little. So this is really the risk to you particularly. And have you ever wondered what your CPF minimum sum will be when you retire? Who is the youngest person here? You look very young. How old are you? 23, not young enough. Okay. Anybody who is less than 20, raise your hand. Or the two behind. Okay. How old are you?
19.
19. Okay, so you will be our guinea pig for today. Okay. The minimum sum is 123,000 now. What is minimum sum? Minimum sum is the amount that you must leave in your CPF when you turn 55. You cannot take out. You have to wait at 65, then they pay your money annuity, right? Right now, the CPF minimum sum and the Medisave required amount is growing at $10,500 per year. 19 to 55, how many years?
36.
How many years? 55 minus 19. 36 years. 36 years times 10,500. What's the answer? Roughly about 400,000, right? Okay. So 123,000 plus 400,000 is 500,000, right? So you got the answer. By the time you retire, in all probability, your CPF minimum sum plus Medicare required amount will be more than $500,000. So you have a big problem. Why? If you look at all the employment data, the older Singaporeans get, the more qualified they are, like having a degree from NTU, the harder it is to get a job when they are over 40 years old. So if you have no job or your pay is cut after 55 and your minimum sum is $500,000, you may have very little money to survive from 55 to 65. So all these risks can be mitigated if you are able to make your money work harder. How? By investing your money prudently. Yes, it does. Recent financial crisis has shown that it affects every single one of you. No one can quarrel with that. Basic awareness of risk and financial education should be trained at an early age. But back to my introduction, we have money sense program in Singapore, right? You go to community center, they teach you how to invest. On the radio, they teach you how to invest. How many of you are my listeners on 理财新星103, I've been doing it for 2 years already. Right? Every Tuesday morning 9 to 10, people are asking me how to invest, what stock to buy. My answer is always nobody knows. If I know where we at the radio show, if I look very tired today, you know why? I spent 4 hours at McRitchie doing a 103 program this morning. Non-stop, so I'm very tired, I'm very hungry. But that's the risk when you commit to speak at an NTU program, right? Well in advance before knowing what's going to happen. I would like this to be a little bit more interactive, so as I speak, if you have a burning question, right? You have a comment, please feel free to raise your hand. I may have a freebie for you as well. Okay? Why should we invest? Because you want financial freedom. What is financial freedom? Financial freedom means you don't have any worries about money. I give you an example. Where's Alex? Alex, are you here? He left the room already, right? I'm quite sure he left the room. That's why I'm going to talk about his bit about you. Alex graduated from NTU. Hey, you knew Dennis, you don't tell him when he come back. Alex graduated from NTU about a year plus ago. So, he got a big problem. You know why? Keep on applying for HDB flat, cannot get. Don't even have a number. Every time it's oversubscribed. So, he's got a big problem, you know. Why? When you don't have, is it coming back? Oh, never mind. Okay. You know, in Singapore, let me ask, let me ask this lady here. Hello? Okay. You got boyfriend? Yes, okay. Will you marry your boyfriend if there's no HDB flat? No, yes, don't know. Don't know, okay? I tell you the truth, okay? All the guys in Singapore, you don't have HDB flat, nobody will marry you. Who wants to stay with the mother-in-law? Won't have one. Right? So Alex has a big problem because no financial freedom. So financial freedom means no worries about money and anything that is related to money. Let me give you an example. How many of you own a car here? Anyone? Anyone own a car? Don't have. How many of you have parents who own a car? Raise your hand. Parents own a car, should have, right? Okay, only one man. The rest all lying. Okay. So the lady at the back, the parents own a car, right? What type of car your parents driving?
Normal car.
What is normal car? What is normal car? Maybe the what?
Mitsubishi Airtrack.
Okay. At what age do your parents start driving a car?
I think 20 plus.
20 plus. Okay. If you drive a car, let's say from 25, by the time you retire at 65, how much money have you lost in the car? The answer is 1.857 million. How to do that? Simple. Anybody got iPad financial calculator? You just take out, then you press 1,000 a month, 6% return, 25 to 65, 40 years. The answer is 1.857 million. Okay. So at one time I had 2 cars under my name. Now you know why I take bus. Because for Singaporeans, when you drive a car, on the average, you are losing 1.857 million. So when you see people complain, say, yeah, retire no money, right? A lot of it went to the car. How many motor vehicles are there in Singapore? 800,000. So easily 500,000 people, when they retire, will have 1.857 million or more or less. So this is the risk. If you want to achieve financial freedom, you have to make choices in your life so that you will have freedom. What is freedom? Freedom to me is defined as, every morning I wake up, I ask myself, what should I do today that's meaningful, interesting, and fun? Why? Because I have no loans. I pay up everything. House, car, no. 0 loan. Right? Daughter finished university, working already. I have absolutely no liabilities. Right? I've yet to have the problem of not being able to do something because I worry that I don't have the money to do it. But this one you have to be careful. You cannot say everything I want to do, I I have the money, then I have financial freedom, right? Then you are like my sister problem, you know. My sister, when she want to do dental treatment, she go internet check, celebrity in Hong Kong, see which doctor, then she fly there for 3 weeks.